What's up everybody, I'm Ryan and I'm lazy and stupid, but so are you, and that's okay because as always my job is to make you less lazy and less stupid with each passing day by teaching you how to make the internet work for you. And today I'm going to teach you how to install WordPress locally onto your computer. We'll get to that in just a minute. Alright, so today I want to show you how to install and operate WordPress directly onto your computer. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, by installing WordPress directly onto your computer as opposed to setting up a public website, you have the opportunity to kind of play with some of the settings and dip your toes into WordPress and learn it and figure it out without worrying about messing things up. In other words, if you're not quite ready to launch your own website, this is a great way just to be able to figure WordPress out before you really jump in and dive in and launch your own site. Now, it is a pretty easy process to get up and running, but there are kind of a lot of steps. So what I want to try to do is show you how to do this as quickly as possible so you can be up and running in just a couple of minutes. Let's get started. Alright, so before we get started, there's a couple things that you need to do. Number one is you need to download and install what's called WAMP server. And all you have to do to get that is go to wampserver.com/en and click on the download button on the home page there. Find the program that matches your system and go ahead and install it. I'm not going to spend any time on showing you how to do that because there's no crazy settings you need to keep in mind. And if you don't know how to install a program on your computer, you should probably turn this video off and go learn how to use a computer first. The next thing you need to do is download WordPress, and again, that's free, and just go to wordpress.org. Right there on the homepage you'll see download WordPress. Click that, download those files, and just kind of hang on to them for just a minute. And once you've done that, we can move on to the next step and get the process started. Alright, so once you install WAMP server, it creates a file or a folder on your computer, and to find that folder you go to My Computer, click on your hard drive there, open the folder titled WAMP, and then you're going to open the folder titled www. And inside this folder here, you need to create a new folder. And this new folder is basically the folder that's going to house all of the files for your test website. So you can name it whatever you like. In my case, I'm just going to name it test site. All right, the next thing you need to do is you need to extract those WordPress files that you downloaded. When you download them, they do come in a zip format, so this is the file that I downloaded here. If you right click on it, all you need to do is click extract to WordPress 3.8.1 or whatever edition of WordPress it is, and it will create a file or a folder on your computer that looks like this. You want to open that up, and you want to go ahead and copy these files. You want to copy this entire folder titled WordPress, and then you want to go over here and open up that folder that you just created in that www folder. In my case it was called test site. Open that up, and you want to paste that WordPress folder into the test site folder. Alright, once that's done, you can go ahead and close these out. Now you do want to remember what you titled that folder. For me it was test site. Whatever you named it, just write it down or try to remember it because you're going to need to know that later. Next thing you want to do is go to your start menu here and go to your programs, and you're going to scroll down to the bottom. You're going to click WAMP server, and you're going to click start WAMP server to get WAMP server up and running. Once that's done, find the little icon, click on it, and you're going to click on PHP My Admin. Once you do that, it's going to open a browser screen that looks like this. Come on, there we go. You want to go up to the top here and click on Privileges. And once you open the Privileges tab, you're going to come down here to where it says Add a New User and click there. Now basically what we're going to do here is we're going to create a new user and a new database all in kind of in one process here, as opposed to setting them up separately. It's just the quickest way that I found to do it. Under username, you can type whatever you want. I'm just going to put simply LAS, lazy and stupid. You can put whatever you want there. Under host, you want to just click the drop down, click on local, and it will automatically put the put localhost in the text field next to that. Just leave that how it is. Password, you can type in whatever you want. And Once you've done that, scroll down a little bit here. You're going to click Create Database with Same Name and Grant All Privileges. You want to select that option there. Once you've done that, go ahead and click Create User. You get a little pop-up here that says you have added a new user, and if you look down here, you'll find your new user there. And then also, if you click on Databases up at the top, you'll see that you now have a new database that matches the username. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is open up a new tab on your browser, and you're going to navigate to a specific URL. So it's going to be http://localhost/ and here you want to type the name of the folder that you created within the www folder. So for me it was test site and /WordPress. Go ahead and hit enter, and you will see a page like this, and that's okay. It's an error page, but you're going to see this either way. And it's basically telling you that there's no wp-config file and that you need to set it up. So go ahead and click Create a Configuration File. You'll get another window that's going to look like this, blah, blah, blah. You can read through that if you want, but otherwise just click Let's Go down at the bottom to continue to create that file. And here you want to fill in the information, and this information should match the information that you typed in when you set up your username and database. So your database name, in my case, was LAS. Username was also LAS because they matched. And if you did it the same way I did it, then those two fields will be the same. Password for me was password. Don't tell anybody. Database host was localhost. You don't need to touch these last two fields. And once you've got that information in there, go ahead and click Submit, and you will be brought to this screen. It says, alright Sparky, you've made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. If you are ready, time now to run the install. Go ahead and click that, and you will be brought to this screen. And this is where you're going to type in information for your WordPress install. So site title, you can say, you can type in whatever you want here. Test website. Username, in this case I'll go ahead and continue to use whatever username they have in there. Password, type in whatever you want. Now this information doesn't have to match your database information because this is the information you're going to use to log into your WordPress website, not to your database. Email, you can type in whatever you want. Type in Ryan at ryanhafey.com. Allow search engines to index this site. It's not going to matter because it is locally installed on your computer. I just uncheck it just to be safe. But yeah, anyway, and then go ahead and click Install WordPress at the bottom once you've got all that information in there. Alright, so once WordPress is installed, you'll get this screen that says Success. Here you go, everything's good to go. Just click the Login button, and then you'll be able to log in to your WordPress dashboard. So just type in your username and password there. Log in, and you'll be brought to the dashboard. And whether you've seen the dashboard for WordPress online or locally on someone's computer, it always looks the same. This is what it looks like. And if you go up to the top here, and if you click on the Visit Site button, you'll see that the URL that's in there doesn't look like a typical web page URL, again, because it is locally on your computer. The best thing to do with this is to bookmark it, so that if you ever just want to go to your page and see what it looks like on your computer, you can do that at any time. So just bookmark it wherever you want, or write it down. One thing to keep in mind though, you're not going to be able to access your website unless a WAMP server is up and running. But from here, you can go in, play with all the settings, and build a website just the same way as if you were, it was live and on the internet and available for everyone to see. Alright, so there you have it. That's how you install WordPress locally onto your computer. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. Otherwise, dive in, get started, and start playing around and learning WordPress and have some fun with it. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I apologize that I haven't published a video in a little while. It's been kind of crazy for the past few weeks, but I do appreciate you tuning in. And now it is time for you to get off your lazy ass and go do something awesome. I'm Ryan, and I'll see you next time.